YouTube, this is Vargas, and I am back again with the last of the weekly purchases I got through Movie Freak Bazaar. Just more DVDs to talk about, so let's get started. This one looks weird. I'm not gonna lie, this looks really weird. I don't like the art style because it's led to a lot of different cartoons having the similar art style they did with Thundercats, and the more recent Ninja Turtles kind of looks the same. I'm not a fan of this art style, but the story's pretty good, and it has a lot of really interesting themes. And this is the complete first season of Steven Universe, but it looks weird. It looks really weird. The back says it's 3 discs, and I thought it was only a 2-disc release. And it also says it's from the San Diego County Library, so I don't know what's genuinely up with that. The discs are not bootleg; they are the legit release. So I'm guessing just this came from a library and they printed out their own cover, I guess. And it comes in this way thicker set than what I've seen online. So I don't know, the discs are real, they are not bootleg, but I guess this found its way into the library of San Diego County, and yeah. But Steven Universe is good. Again, not a fan of the art style, because I just don't particularly like it, and I've seen a lot of cartoons with this art style, and I know personally, not my style, but the stories and the themes in this cartoon, pretty good. To hopefully complete my Winnie the Pooh collection of Piglet's Big Movie. I was missing, I have the Tigger movie, I have the various Winnie the Pooh ones, I have the one they did for Roo, I have 2 Humpfalump movies. They went really crazy with Winnie the Pooh, but the one I was missing is the Piglet movie. So now I have this one, and the only thing is that I need to put this on the DVD because it has a really nasty scratch. Well, the camera's not going to pick it up, but it has a really nasty scratch here, and usually if a DVD has a scratch here, it's a problem. Hopefully that's won't be the case, because if not, I'll have to repurchase it, but we'll see. This one I wasn't particularly interested in getting, because I grew up with the cartoon. I like the cartoon, but these cartoon adaptations have been hit or miss. I still to this day don't own any of the Chipmunk movies, because I watched the first one and I was like, oh, that was a hard sit. And I have not even seen the sequels. I own the Smurfs movies because those hold some nostalgic things, and the Chipmunks too, but I can't bring myself to buy those ones. Oh, eventually I might get them, but this is the Yogi Bear one. I actually have not seen it because of, the experience with the Chipmunks and the Smurfs. The Smurfs animated ones are good. The Smurfs live action ones, except for the guy that plays Gargamel, they're not that good. But these adaptations, even the Rocky and Bullwinkle one with Robert De Niro was bad. I don't know why they can't make a good one, but yeah, I saw it and I picked it up, because why not? This one I'm really excited to finally get a copy of. I'm really, really happy to have this one, and it's ScoobyDoo in Zombie Island. I've heard from a lot of people that they don't like that they made a movie where the ghosts are real. The whole thing about ScoobyDoo is that this show actually kind of taught me not to trust people, because it's always a human. It's never really a ghost, and in this one they are actually ghosts. And but yeah, this was really good. I really like it, and I finally have a copy of ScoobyDoo. But there's like a gajillion ScoobyDoo cartoons out there. I wanted to get this one, and I want to get the ones. There's 2 of them that star Elvira, and there's one with the WWE. I would like to get those 3, but I'm really happy to own this one, because this one was really, really good. And Scoob, the CGI one they released a while back. This is a blind buy. I have not seen this one. I don't know what it's about. All I know is that it came out in 1967, and I've mentioned this before. I'm finding a really big appreciation for older movies with actual sets, with actual extras, with actual stunts and everything. And this is a total blind buy. It's called Up the Down Staircase. I probably butchered that. But yeah, blind buy. Don't know anything about it. I don't know what it is, but yeah. This one, much like movies from the Asylum, I have gotten into collecting these religious movies. Some of them are really good. Some of them are really, really inspiring, and it does show like that some effort went into it, and they're not preachy. They're actually really good movies. Some of them are insane, like Kurt Cameron's Saving Christmas. That one is weird, and some of them are weird, like like the God's Not Dead one is one that comes to mind. But God's Not Dead 3 was really good and not preachy, so I don't know. I like being surprised, like much like the Asylum. They make really bad movies, and sometimes they surprise you. Same thing with these religious movies. Sometimes they're really in your face, and sometimes they're really good. This one I have not seen, but it's called Do You Believe? And I'm looking forward to seeing this one. I've heard it described as a religious version of Crash, and I thought Crash was pretty good. So I'm looking forward to seeing this one. I still need to get God's Not Dead 2 and 3, and there's this one that falls into the insane side of these type of movies. It's called Assassin 33 AD. That one is one that I want to see and I want to get, and it's about people that travel back in time. They don't know it's their research is funded by a terrorist group that wants to go back in time and murder Jesus Christ before he gets crucified, which in itself is weird. Like, why not pick an earlier moment in history? It sounds insane, but I just want to see that one, even though it does sound like the ripoff from that Mad TV skit where they send the Terminator back in time. I hope I don't offend anyone with... I didn't make the movies, I'm just talking about them, so if... get mad at the movie studios, not me. I just collect and watch them. And talk about them on YouTube. This one is one that I thought I had, and I know I say this a lot. I thought for sure it was in the shelf of never-ending Disney movies, because every week I come across a Disney movie that I thought I had, or I didn't even know existed. This one is a movie I thought I had, and it's called Ice Princess, with Buffy the Vampire Slayer's sister in it, and she's like this nerdy schoolgirl that uses science to become a good figure skater. I'm thinking my daughter will like this a lot. I actually thought I had the full screen, but I'm looking at the shelf and it's not there, and it's not in my Excel sheet, so I saw it. I was like, well, I don't own it, so I better pick it up. This one is one of the many releases that this movie has had, starring Audrey Hepburn and Fred Astaire Funny Face. This one I thought I actually did have. I thought I had a 2-disc set of this movie. I can't find it. Maybe I saw it one day in one of the albums and someone beat me to it, and in my head I just thought I had it. But I don't have this movie, and I actually needed this one for my Audrey Hepburn collection. My favorite movie of hers is probably everyone's favorite movie, Breakfast at Tiffany's. But I like her movie, so add it to the collection. This one, Tom Hanks' Inferno. I have Angels and Demons, and I have the Da Vinci Code. I needed this one to complete the trilogy. The books are hit or miss, and the movies are also hit or miss. The Da Vinci Code has a lot of differences between the book and the movie. Angels and Demons is actually a prequel to the Da Vinci Code in the books, but the movie is a sequel, and this one is another one. This one is not as good as the other two. It's enjoyable. I liked it, but mostly because of Tom Hanks. He carries the movie. But yeah, if you saw the Da Vinci Code and you saw Angels and Demons, it's a little bit more of the same. But I like those two more than this one. It's not bad. I didn't think it was a bad movie, but it's not as good as the other two. I actually bought this movie through Movie Freak, but I picked up the single disc, and a couple of weeks afterwards, he had the 2-disc special edition. So of course I repurchased it, and it's Letters from Aojiwa. Sorry if I butchered that spelling. Directed by Clint Eastwood. I have the 2-disc set of Flags of Our Fathers, which he also directed. So I didn't think I was going to get the 2-disc set of Letters of Iwo Jima, but I did, so that's awesome. So now I have the 2-disc sets of those two movies, which are complementary to each other. So super happy about that. A couple of months ago, I picked up the sequel to this, and I was like, well, crap, I'm never going to find the first one. And lo and behold, thankfully got a copy of Apocalypse. The first movie, the second movie is called Apocalypse something else. But this is the first one. Now I have part 1, part 2. And supposedly there's a part 3, which I now have to track down. But yeah, super happy to have the first one, because I never thought I would own or find a copy of the first one. So now I did, and I'm happy. I can't remember what the sequel is called. It's Apocalypse 2 something else. But yeah, this is about the apocalypse. There's the rise of the Antichrist, stuff like that. But much like the Left Behind series, they're unique in the way that they're presented. And the last one is a remake. I love the original one. I really like the original one. But when I heard that Eli Roth was going to make this, I was like, ugh. And it was going to start Bruce Willis. I was like, oh, Bruce Willis. He sleepwalks through a lot of his movies. The last good Bruce Willis movie that I saw was Looper. So I didn't see that in the theaters. I still haven't seen it, but he had a copy, and curiosity got the best of me. I've heard it's not a good movie, and it doesn't surprise me to hear about that, but it's the remake of Death Wish, starring Bruce Willis, directed by Eli Roth. The first one is really cool. The sequels to Death Wish are debatably not good. I enjoy them. They're fun for me, but they do veer very differently from the first one. This one, I think, it takes elements from what I've heard, takes elements from the sequels more than the original one. But again, I'm obsessive compulsive in collecting movies, and if I have the original one, I gotta get the remake. Or if I find out a movie is a remake of something, I gotta get the original one. But I'm not looking forward to watching this one because, yeah, Bruce Willis has sleepwalked through a lot of his later career, and directed by Eli Roth. He's made some good movies, but he's not my favorite director. So I don't have high hopes for this one, but I will still watch it. And if it surprises me, well, I'll eat my words, but I don't think that's going to happen. So, like always, I like to recommend the standouts of the whole, and I'm going to go with Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island. If you grew up with Scooby-Doo and you like Scooby-Doo, you'll definitely enjoy this one. This one was really cool, so I'll recommend that one. So that was the last video of purchases through Movie Freak Bazaar. I hope you enjoy this. I really hope you enjoy this, because I enjoy talking about movies, even though I'm super obsessive compulsive about buying movies and different versions of movies, but that's how I collect movies and that's how I enjoy it. So I hope you enjoy these videos. But until I see you all again, please take care, please stay safe, and until I see you all again, take care. Bye.